Hi everyone, as you can see, I have something rather special here today, and that is the Nikon Z-RED, or ZR. It's Nikon's new cinema camera, and is made in kind of collaboration with RED, who are known for their really high-end professional cinema cameras. So this is super duper exciting. This has some really cool features that I'm very excited to check out. And yeah, we're getting it out of the box, and I'm gonna take it out, film some test footage, and we're going to see what this thing can do. So, without further ado, let's open it up. Okay. We've got some documentation here, a little bit of advertising, manuals in there, and a USB-C cable. Okay. Now, so over here, we have the battery. This is just your standard Nikon battery, the one in here, Nikon Z6 or the Z8. A whole bunch of different Nikon cameras will work here. Yep, just a EL15C. This looks like a lens strap. Now, I'm kind of curious to see if it has any special branding on it. Just a Nikon camera strap. Nice, but actually you typically use something like the lemur strap. A third-party strap anyway, rather than the ones that ship with the cameras here. But here is the main event. I don't think there's anything else in there anyway. We'll put that off to the side for now. And here it is. Look at that thing. And let's see here. Next to the screen. Huge display here. So it's front facing, fully articulating. That's something I'm really looking forward to using. I love these fully articulating displays. This one's a monster. Like, just the size of this is really impressive. The camera feels really nice to hold in the hand. It doesn't feel, I mean, it's a very small grip, but it feels nice. And you've got this zoom button here, photo video mode switch here, several custom buttons there, power button there, and then some extra controls in the back, playback, menu, and looks like a joystick basically. Single quarter 20 mount on the bottom. I do wish it had more quarter 20 mounts on it. So let's see here, some other things. Oh, you got this new sort of hot shoe mount here that's can do a lot more than a typical hot shoe, I believe. These are the microphone ports there, and those are important because this thing is supposed to have really good internal audio recording, and including 32-bit float, which works both through the built-in microphones and through the microphone jack there. And I know this is terrible, but I actually really like using the built-in microphones in Nikon cameras. I find the ones in my Z9 and my Z8 pick up really actually quite great audio even without an external microphone, and I have really high hopes for what the ZR will deliver. Okay, so now we'll take a look at the ports. Okay, first thing here, I don't know this for sure, but this feels like the same sort of material that other Nikon cameras have for their port covers. That's unfortunate because these tend to warp really badly over time. And need to be replaced, and that's a whole pain in the neck to do. But you've got a mic there, you've got a headphone out, so you got that's good. You have HDMI and USB-C down here. Now, unfortunately, as everyone else has already pointed out, that is a micro HDMI which is unfortunate if you want to use HDMI with this camera, because micro HDMI isn't great. Personally, I have very little use for HDMI myself, so at least currently. But so that's not really a huge deal to me. I know it will be to some people. Now, for the battery compartment, there you can see you do have the memory card slot in this compartment and a micro SD card slot. Now, I know some people don't like having the memory card and the battery in the same slot. They don't like how this is positioned. Again, personally, this doesn't bother me. This is just fine. And I know a lot of people are critical of having a micro SD card slot, but I could really see that being useful. I mean, micro SD cards are very cheap. You can easily throw one in there as a backup, and then it just sits in your camera. So if you ever find yourself in a situation where your all your other memory cards are full, and you just forget it, you have some memory there. It's like, this is very close to having built-in memory in the camera. Not quite. I mean, it's very limited, but I actually appreciate that. Okay, let's see. You've got a dial there to change settings. That's good. The grip material around here. This does feel like a different sort of grip material, and I will say, potentially, this might be different kinds of port cover material. We'll have to wait and see. I will probably put a skin on this camera. I use AlphaGuard skins. Very important, actually, to put them on your Nikon gear, because they do stop these materials from decaying, and they are cheaper than sending them into Nikon to have them replaced. Nikon really needs to work on their port covers and their grip materials, and I'm hopeful that possibly they have here. I would love to be able to say that they have improved the quality of the grip material. But time will tell. Okay, I think we have talked about this to the maximum extent possible. We can just take a look at the sensor in there. So this is the first lens I'm going to start off using with the ZR, and that is the Sirui 50mm T2.9 Saturn lens. I mean, Sirui Saturn. Anyway, it's an anamorphic lens, and as you can see, it is quite compact, especially for an anamorphic lens, and it's very lightweight, balances really nicely with the ZR. Really compact setup with this. I think that looks just fantastic as a all-in-one, very compact camera rig. I also got a recording button on the front there, I just noticed that. Anyway, so this should do some really awesome recordings. I will say, though, that one kind of thing that Nikon really needs to add to the ZR is open gate recording and anamorphic de-squeezing camera. If they were to add that, then oh boy, this thing would be even more awesome. Anyway, we're gonna go out, catch up some awesome footage with this, shoot some cinema. Whatever.